We got rained out. The rain is just starting to calm. Time to exit Singapore Zoo shortly. However, we have a spectacular display here of the great white pelican. Have a look at these beauties. Spectacular. I'll show you from this angle. How majestic are these animals? Great white pelican. They've just had a nice shower in the rain, flapping their wings and drying off a little bit. Aren't they just adorable? Hello there. Hello. You're coming to say hello? Hello, hello. Hello. And over here we have something in the tree. Look at that. And a little bit about that one. I'll show you the blurb. It's such a cool enclosure. Oh, hello. Got a peacock coming to say hello. Hello there. Wow. Love peacocks. Okay, and this one is a red ruffed lemur. We just saw red ruffed lemur. There's the blurb. As with all lemurs, the female is the dominant sex. Helps pollinate plants while feeding from flower to flower. Makes loud screeching calls to warn others of danger. They eat fruits, leaves, seeds, flowers and nectar, and they live in the forests. They live 15 to 20 years in the wild, more than 40 years under human care. Extremely high risk of extinction in the wild. Especially dense fur around its neck, hence its name ruffed lemur. There we go. And we saw one of those being fed earlier with the live video that I did at the Fragile Forest, so you can see one of these red ruffed lemurs there as well. I'll see if I can spot any in the trees, and I'll show you in a moment. There we go, up the top there, right up the top of that tree there. I just saw one. There it is, right up the very top. Well, that's something up there. Oh yeah, it looks like the lemur. Yeah. There we go, right up the very top. That big tail. So great, just, you know, making time to connect with nature. Here we go. Oh, we've got some feeding happening over here. There we go. Lemur is being called by this lady here in the jungle. It's a kitchen area through there, and we're on the way out to the exit this way. Singapore Zoo, well worth a visit. Spectacular place. In fact, I want to come back here again because I wanted to connect a bit more with the rhinos and the lions and the giraffes and the elephants, which we got a bit poured out there. It was absolutely pissing down rain. Hello John, I'm at Singapore Zoo right now, and it's time to leave shortly. The rain has just started to slow down a bit. Some white pelicans. Aren't they spectacular? I could just watch them all day. Meanwhile, the lemur is up there taking its time, coming for feeding over here. And people making their way out of the zoo. Singapore Zoo. Apparently it's one of the best in the world, they say. These are some of the things they have here. Orangutans, Fragile Forest Kids World, tram stops that go around, Shaw Foundation Amphitheatre, which is where we had the show earlier, where I did the live video. Restaurant there. So yeah, it's quite a bit you could do here. You could easily spend a whole day here. I've been here for half a day today. I'm going to get a bit closer to these pelicans. They look so happy, don't they? They just look happy. Give themselves a nice clean. And there's a lemur in the background. Can you spot him? In the back, right in here. There's little lemur. There's probably a few more lurking around, I would say. Here we go. Red-ruffed lemur. And let's find out a little bit more about these great white pelicans. Gular pouch works like a fishing net to scoop its prey. Upper mandible of its beak acts as a cap over the throat pouch to trap the prey within. Hunts in groups in horseshoe-shaped formations to drive fish to shallow waters where they can be scooped up with ease. Interesting. They love fish. They live in lakes and rivers. Up to 30 years in the wild. And that's where they're based, mainly around Africa and India and a few little places around there. At relatively low risk of extinction, well, that's good to know. Pouch is so spacious it can hold more fish than the pelican's stomach. Wow, it can hold more in its pouch, in its beak, than it can in its stomach. How interesting. So there you have it, Singapore Zoo, definitely worth a visit. I love what they do here for conservation. Big push here for people to consider sustainability when they make purchases and raising awareness about how we can help animals and help conservation. 32% of animals here are endangered, and they have around 4,000 animals, I believe, in this area. There's about 21,000, I believe, across the 4 different parks that these guys have. So yeah, check it out and make sure you come visit if you go to Singapore. It's very, very cool. Great place to connect with animals and nature and see how beautiful the world is. Sometimes we just need a friendly little reminder about how precious and amazing the world is. You look at all the different species of animals here. My gosh, it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Here we go. Here's a few things you can do to help. You can say no to illegal pets. Here we go. Baby gibbons are often sold as illegal pets. As they mature, they become aggressive. Pet owners no longer able to handle them, will abandon them or confine them to a cage. Gibbons are wild animals. They prefer to hang out in trees and with their own kind. They're not meant to be household pets. Yes, well there you go. Well, that says it all. They are not meant to be household pets. Look at these guys. They're just absolutely having a ball up there. So let them be wild and free. At least they have a nice big enclosure here where they feel like they are in the wild. Huge, huge area for them to play in, which is awesome to see. Forest choirs. Animals called to attract mates, defend home range or alert group members. On display are some renowned forest choirs. Yes, there have been some beautiful sounds. The howler monkeys are among the loudest land animals. Their calls can be heard 5 kilometres away. Wow. Individual troops howl to defend home range. In Asia, gibbons are the noisemakers of the rainforest. The adult pair performs a duet with the male and female singing different segments. The lemurs of Madagascar produce loud calls to alert group members or to communicate with other groups. Fascinating. A swinging good time. Here we go. Gibbons have very long arms and fingers adapted for swinging from branch to branch. The long arms also enable them to get to their food source easily. The arms of a gibbon are over 2 times its body length. Wow, our arms are only about 1.4 times our body length. Wow, how interesting. 2 times the body length. Wow, it's amazing. Don't know where they've gone now. Probably having a rest from all that swinging, I would say. Amazing. What else have we got here? We've got the buff-cheeked gibbon. Oh, they're just so cute. Very high extinction risk in the wild. Wow. So this is cool to see. Our buff-cheeked gibbons are a part of the ESA Ex Situ program, which involves coordinated efforts by participating zoos to ensure the species' future survival. Transfer of individuals between these zoos for breeding is based on genetic compatibility. Well, that is good to know. That is good to know. They're doing their bit to help the gibbon. Buff-cheeked gibbon defend its territory with loud morning songs. Mated pairs sing coordinated duets. Family members may also sing along. Lovely. Unmated individuals perform solo. They eat fruits, leaves, flowers, insects, and they live in the forest. And these are the areas you'll find them. Lifespan more than 40 years under human care between Cambodia and Vietnam. Oh, well, there you have it. There you have it. As you can see, we've got a massive area here to enjoy. It's really, really nice. Really nice, really nice. Okay, and this one here. Okay, I love reading all the signs. You learn so much. Okay, so this is actually endangered, this Javan gibbons. Oh, they're so adorable. They're endangered. Owing to deforestation, there are between 4,000 and 4,500 wild Javan gibbons left. Wow. Our funds enable the Coffee and Primate Conservation Project to encourage farmers to grow coffee in a sustainable way to keep rainforests intact. Empower the local community and conservation efforts. And here you go, 50 cents of your paid admission ticket goes towards wildlife conservation efforts in the region. Well, that's great to know. Supported a good cause here today, and that always feels good. Oh, so there you have it. There's just a little bit of Singapore Zoo. It has been amazing, amazing to just connect with these animals today, and even seeing the insects and the birds, the butterflies. Gosh, so many spectacular creatures on the planet. And, you know, they all feel, they're all, you know, they all have families, they all, you know, we're so similar to animals, and yet humans, you know, since humans have come on the planet, they've caused so much destruction. And thank goodness for the good Samaritans out there that are doing their bit to help with conservation and help to preserve our future, you know, preserve for the future our environment, and look after our animals so that we have more animals for future generations around, and so we can, you know, appreciate the beauty there is. I mean, even this here, look how beautiful this is. How pretty is that? I have no idea what it is, but it's absolutely just to take a moment and appreciate nature. You know, we live in such an amazing world, such an amazing world. So much to be grateful for. What are you grateful for today? Joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm making my way out because it is closing time here at the zoo, and no doubt they'll be after us if we're you know, taking our time. And I'll probably go and buy some photos now, as I normally do at these places. So we'll go see what they look like. And yeah, here's to more amazingness and more awesomeness at different conservation parks around the world. And you can adopt an animal as well. Here we go. Adopt an animal. There we have it. Okay. So all these people have adopted an animal. It's supports the care and medical needs of the animals and local and regional conservation projects. Entitlements to get an e-certificate, doctor pass, admission tickets, etc. It's very cool. And you can do so just here. Make an impact to an animal's life today. Adopt an animal by scanning the QR code below. Now, if you are on a phone, you probably won't be able to scan that. So I would recommend just look up Adopt an Animal and look up Singapore Zoo, and I'm sure you'll find their website where you can do that. There we go. So they've got great little projects like that as well. Look how beautiful it is here. How lovely. It's so lush. It's kind of like walking through the rainforest. It's a really, really spectacular location. And they've got lovely statues all around the place, like this one here. Waterfalls everywhere. It really is very, very special. Another enclosure here. What have we got in this one? Oh, these are the little otters. Did you know that otters form lifelong monogamous pairs and live in groups of up to 20 animals, and only the dominant pair in a group will breed? And otters use at least 12 different calls to talk to each other. Isn't that extraordinary? 12 different calls. Now, I was here earlier and the otters were jumping around all over the place. I think they've gone into hiding at the moment. Otters use secretions from their anal glands and droppings to mark their surroundings and communicate with one another. There's one way to tell the others, this is my home, stay away. They're just too cute. Others poop in communal piles called latrines. These act as social hubs, giving a news feed on who has been there, how they're feeling, and who's ready to mate. A quick lift keeps everyone updated. There were heaps of them before swimming. Oh, there we go. I can see. Is that one on the side there? Looks like one right on the side of the pool. Yeah, they might be up in behind there. Anyway, it's really very special. Let's see if we can see them around here. Asian small-clawed otter. Smallest of the 13 species found throughout the world, named for its dainty feet. Its claws look like well-trimmed nails. A small population lives along Singapore's northern and western coasts. Two of its offshore islands, Pulau Ubin and Pulau Tikong. And they eat fish, crustaceans, mollusks and insects. They live in coastal areas, paddy fields, mangrove forests, streams and marshes. And this is where you'll find them. Up to 23 years in human care is how long they last. It's around China, Thailand, some of the islands here. And again, this one is at high risk of extinction in the wild, high risk of extinction. So again, it's part of this EAZA program, which involves coordinated efforts by participating zoos to ensure the species' future survival. Transfer of individuals between zoos and for breeding is based on genetic compatibility. We've successfully bred Asian small-clawed otters. Well, that is good to know. That is very good to know. I wonder if we can see any of them here. Oh, I think they might have gone into a separate area. There's another area behind that wall that they were sniffing around before, so I'd say they've got another private area that they go to maybe after hours, which would make sense. I'd say they'd have to do their bit to maintain the safety of these animals. Asian small-clawed otter exhibit. Anyway, you can see it's a lovely exhibit, and yeah, they've got another private area back there you can see in behind there. So anyway, right, I'm going to sign out now. I'm going to go and see if I can see my photos from earlier, and sending you much love. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you, Kuvi, as well, and have a beautiful night. And here's to more awareness and protection and conservation for animals and the environment. And if you're free on October 20, come on down to our amazing event. We've got a film and speaker panel night, and we're going to be raising awareness about what the government's doing with the fire ant poisoning that they've got going on at the moment, and how it's actually killing a lot of horses and cows and dogs, and it's just absolutely atrocious what they're doing. And people need to be aware. You don't have to let these people on your property to spray this poison. And you can fly kites because they're going over with helicopters and spraying. If you've got property over 5 hectares, they're going through and just spraying poison everywhere. It's atrocious what's going on. So you can fly kites and they're not going to come near the kites, and you don't have to let them on the property. I did a post about it earlier where if you have a reasonable excuse, which basically that potentially they could kill your dog, or that's poisonous. There's lots of reasonable excuses or reasons that you can give them for why you don't want them on the property, because they're threatening people to fine $15,000 if you don't let them on your property to spray this poison. And the government's put $1.2 billion into this. I mean, this is embarrassing. I mean, here I am in Singapore, and I am talking about the government spending $1.2 billion on poisoning the planet, poisoning Australia for the sake of killing fire ants. You can put petrol on a fire ant nest, apparently. There's other more natural things you can do without blanket spraying poison everywhere. Okay, it's absolutely ludicrous, and it makes you question who's profiting from this fire ant eradication program. Plus, they're putting $10 million into advertising. $10 million into advertising to brainwash people into why this is a good idea, right? Propaganda, media channeling, etc. So, get informed, and then you can make some empowered choices for yourself. Come along October 20th. It's a free event. We're doing donations at the door and raffles for anyone who wants to support. We've got all the proceeds going to pollinator charities like Save the Bees Australia. And it's going to be an amazing event. Fantastic panel of speakers. Check out the blurb. You'll see all my links in my linktree /Aldwin, linktr.ee/Aldwin. You'll see everything there. Sending you much love, and thanks to all our good news and animal and conservation crusaders out there. We need more of you, and we definitely need to be lifting the energy out there with more awareness and more Good Samaritan efforts. All right, much love. Thanks for joining me again. I'll see you next time. Bye.